Okay, this is the Game is on 100 here with my review video, and this is my review of the Chicago Bears Carolina Panthers game. So let's get started. The Chicago Bears beat the Carolina Panthers 34 to 29 today. This was a little bit better game for the Bears. They did give up lot of yards today, but the only difference is the points scored in the game. That's all that matters is if you win the game or not, based by yardage wise. So anyway, let's get started with on offense. Jay Cutler was only 9 of 17 for 102 yards and the one pick. That's so-so. There was one good sign what the Bears did today. The Bears ran the ball more than they did the pass, which I was expecting. Hopefully they would do. The Bears did get some good running yards today. Matt Forte had 205 yards on 25 attempts with a touchdown, and Marion Barber got in a few runs in. He had 5 rushes for 17 yards, and he scored a one touchdown. The leading receiver for the Bears today was Johnny Nuss with 3 receptions for 48 yards. Basically, Cutler only had 9 completions and he threw only 17 passes. So you got to be telling me something that the Bears is going to try to improve going into next week when they play the Detroit Lions next week. If they can continue to keep on running the ball a little bit more, then the pass will eventually come too. And basically. Basically, it was a good running game for the Bears. They needed to run the ball. They did run the ball a lot, so that was good. They did get some good runs in. I can't complain about that. Otherwise, the defense gave up a yacht of yardage. They gave up they gave up 29 points today. Um, There's nothing wrong with that. They gave up 29 points, but the Bears scored 34 points thanks to Devin Hester 69 punt return touchdown to set the NFL record for most punt returns for touchdowns with 11. He has the record now. Um, Other than that, there was a pretty good on special teams today. Devin Hester got in a few kickoff return yards. His long was a 73 long for kickoff return. Almost scored another touchdown, but can't complain about that. So overall, it was the special teams and the turnover for a touchdown. That was key for the Bears to get a turnover for a touchdown. The Bears also gave the ball over one time. Jay Cutler threw the one pick, but that didn't allow no points, so that is key. Even though it gave up the pick, it did turn out to be no points. It was on a missed field goal by Carolina. On Carolina's side, they had Cam Newton was 27 to 46 for 374 yards, one touchdown and one interception. He also scored 2 rushing touchdowns as well. Steve Smith just killed the Bears again. He had 8 receptions for 181 yards and no touchdowns. Um, that was the only big threat was from Steve Smith. He's doing a little bit. He's playing better with Cam Newton at quarterback. He couldn't do nothing last year, so we'll see what happens with that. But overall, it was a solid game for the running game. The passing game, they didn't pass the ball that much. Jay Cutler was at the half. He was like 3 or 4 passes. He only threw the ball 4 times in the first half, and the Bears majority ran for most of the time during that game, and the Bears offense couldn't get on the field as much because of the special teams, because Devin Hester had a punt return touchdown. The defense had to go back out there again and give up more yardage. But overall, I am happy with this game. We needed this win. We got this win. So overall, we're going to be looking in towards next week when we play the Detroit Lions on Monday night. We'll see what happens when the Bears play Detroit Lions. Detroit again came back from a 27-3 lead to win 34-30. The Dallas Cowboys gave up Tony Romo. He threw two pick sixes. That's allowed Detroit Lions to get back in the game. If Tony Romo didn't throw those two picks, the Detroit Lions would be 3-1 right now instead of being 4-0. So hopefully the Bears can buckle down and eventually they can get better next week and play the Detroit Lions on Monday night and get Detroit their first loss of the season. That will be key if that can happen. We'll see what happens with that. So there you go with that. And there's nothing more I have to say about this game. He did win this game. That's all that matters. We're 2-2. We finished our first quarter of the season at 2-2. Everyone expected the Bears to be 1-3, or they expected them to be only be 1-3, but we end up being 2-2. So we're going to have to look forward to next week when we play Detroit and see if we can stop the Detroit Lions. We'll see what happens with that. So I'm going to end with this video where on a high note we did win this game. That's all that matters. So this is the Game is On 100 and I will be posting my preview video later on in the week so you guys can be expecting that. And I'm out.